Okay, my camera battery died. We're back, and the next thing I want to show you is my cat. Come on, what a day! What a day! It's Monday. Okay, I have the die that's called Cupid's Bow, Arrows, and Hearts. I don't have the cover for this one, so I can't show you that. And I gotta move my cat. Oh boy. Anyway, so I went ahead and I cut some of those out of just red cardstock, basil cardstock, and then this is just a piece of some paper that I had from a little set that I'd gotten at Michael's ages ago, and so I cut some of that out of that. And you can mix and match with those. And I also used a little paper pad 6x6 called Smitten from Authentic, and it's got some pretty cool pages in there. And I used two of them, and this one is script, and this one is kind of hard. Let's see if I can find the extra. Okay, here's the one that I used, and then the other one, let's see, is this one. So I liked those pages in there pretty well. So you can mix and match with these. You could use say this Cupid with this heart, and then use the script arrow, and then you could reverse that and use these together if you wanted to do that. I like to mix prints and things like that, so you could use those on a card. So let's move those out of the way. And then I also cut out a little tattered floral. Just can't win today. I also cut out a little tattered, mini tattered floral in both of these, and I thought those would look pretty mixed together. So that. Okay, and let's see what else we've got. In the Secret Garden, or in Secret Garden Graphics 45, they have some nice little cards that you can use on your Valentine cards. You could cut them out and use those up against okay, like so we have this, and let me cut one of these out. So we have this, and you could take some dimensionals and mount it like that on front of a card, and that would be pretty. So you could do a lot of that. You can use, either side. Here's the other color that would be pretty. So you can mix and match with those. And let's see, let me move that out of the way. There's all kinds of inks that you can use. These are Memento's Red Range. We've got Rosebud and Love Letter and Angel Pink. These are the bluish reds. On your color wheel, you have two reds. You have one that leans toward yellow, which is your orange reds, and one that leans towards blue, which is your pinks reds, and that's what these are. And then the rhubarb stalk, well, the rhubarb stalk could also go in here with the blue reds. Okay, but this one, Ladybug, is an orange red. You see the orange bias in that when you put these up next to each other. So you want to, when you're choosing a range, if you're going to use some different values, medium, dark, medium, and light, you want to be sure that you don't mix, because like these go together really well, but if you stick this one in, then it's off. So you want to pay attention to your color theory that you know when you do inks. Another good ink would be Hero Arts Shadow Soft Blossom. That's a nice pretty pink. And then here's Archiver's Wendy Vecchi's Red Geranium. That's a blue red. That's a lot like the rhubarb that's in the Memento. So there's that. You can use those inks. And you can always go neon, the Neon Pink by Hero Arts if you're so inclined. And then Tim Holtz Distress Inks, there's all kinds of ranges there. And again, when you want to You want to keep your color theory in mind. So, well, I didn't get aged mahogany out, but tattered rose, Victorian velvet, and aged mahogany are a nice light, medium, dark range. And you can also get spun silk in there if you like. Let's see. Picked raspberry is pink. Worn lipstick is pink. And spun sugar. That makes a good range together. And then we have festive berries, which is a very true red. We have barn door, which is your orange red. And then we have fired brick. So we've got all kinds of choices for inks to use. You want to use some stamps. And of course, you know my favorite is Tim Holtz, and he has some minis for Valentine's, and this is the mini blueprints. I don't have the full-size blueprint, but he also has that. Here's one called Love Struck, and here's another one called Valentine Silhouettes. Now, along with the Valentine Silhouettes comes an embossing folder, and it also has 2 border folders that go with it, that come along with it. And I embossed this white cardstock, and then I'll go over it with some red or pink ink later. Actually, let's use this the Hero Arts Soft Blossom. Let's go ahead and do some of that. You see how when you do that, it just really brings it out. And now, you know, you can, let's do an ombre, okay? So I'm gonna come back in here with, let's see, let's use the tattered rose. Yes, I'm mixing ink companies. You can do that. So this is a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to use spun sugar. To finish up at the top. So there you see that you can get a lot. You can do a lot. Let me put a little bit more of the soft shadow down here because I want to show the difference in the values from dark, medium to light. So, you know, that's something that you can do for maximum impact. And then you can come in with your cupids and your tattered florals and embellish and do a lot to your cards. Okay, so that's an idea. Here's something that I did. So okay, those are Tim's Valentine stamps, and then here's one from Art Impression Unmounted, and that says Valentine, you're amazing. And it's just a little stamp, but I really like the script on it, so I think that's really pretty to use for Valentine's, so I will use that. But here's one thing I wanted to show you, that in this Cuttlebug folder, when I do a tag, and this is a tag that I had left over from what I did last week, and I had some of those inks and stuff left over, so I just spread it on, and so I think it may have been paint, and I just spread it, went like this and smeared it on, and so then I saved the tag. So now I've got a little bit of a pink background on my vanilla. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Okay, tag, and I put this through here, but one thing I wanted you to notice is that what I did is I slit the top of my Cuttlebug folder, my texture fade, so that I can stick my tag in there, and when I'm embossing, I can get my embossing all the way down to the bottom of the tag and have this part sticking out, because we don't really care about embossing this up here. We care more about embossing down at the bottom instead. So very carefully snip the middles of your texture fade folders, and you can do that. So, and then, you know, we can do the very same thing with the inks on here, and we can embellish that. Let's see what the neon ink would look like on here. There you go, a whole different look, isn't it? But it's cute. I like it. We've got, let's see what we've got. Let's see. We've got pretty. We've got shabby chic here, and we've got a little bit of bold and fun over here. So, and then here maybe is where you would use the the bazaar. Maybe, nah, that doesn't match. Okay, never mind. But we could use our, let's see, now this rosette would go on there maybe, but I like that one right there. So then we can get loud and bold, and we can get this washi tape in there as well, and get a lot going on with this tag. And that's a pretty modern take on Valentine's. I've got this little Cuttlebug folder here, and I did a little bit of embossed a heart, but on this one I'm turning it upside down to where it's debossed. And let's use, let's see, well, let's use Ladybug on here. Okay, let's go for bright red. And I'm going to take my applicator, get that ink on there, and go over it. So you can have different looks with embossing and debossing. Okay, you just decide which look you want. Whole different thing. Okay, and I've got a couple of more things to show you, and then I'll get out of your hair for another week. I have I forget what this is called, but it is, what is it called? It says it on here. Epiphany Crafter, and what it does is you take a little piece of, a small sheet of paper, a small piece of paper. Let me find some in all of my pile of junk over here. I've got all of my little papers over here that I use and cut from. So I'm going to slide my paper in here underneath. I might have to use my tweezers to do that. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to take my bubble caps, and on the back of here it shows you how to do this. You're going to put your paper in, and you're going to put your bubble cap on. I'm going to put this right here, stick that right in. Okay, close it up, punch it down, and what comes out is your heart shape, and it's already got your paper underneath it, and that's a really nice 3D embellishment. And well, not that one, let's see, this would look pretty cool on this. So that's a really nice fun embellishment to do. So you can do that. And just a couple of more things to show you. This is the pop-up called the Label Window 3D Pop-Up, and I cut it out of this paper. This paper is from American Crafts, the Studio Calico, just a piece of paper that I had, and it's a flip it card. And shoot, I should have rehearsed this before I did it, but there are places for you to fold. Let's see, make sure I do this right. There we go. For this flip it card, and then when you close it like this, and then when you open it, you've got two places to embellish. So I'll put that together, and I made two of these because I didn't really like that backing of the paper, so I thought I would put this yellow on the back and then make my card. So because I've got yellow there. So there's an idea. You use that with the Pop and Cut, the large one, and then you can buy several different shapes to use on the inside. And so that's this die right here, and then you buy the different shapes, and you can make each one of your pop-up cards differently. Okay, and then one more thing, one more die to show you. And that's this one. That's the candy drawer box, and that's a long die like this. And I cut this out, and I put my score tape on it. And this is very easily done. There are directions for you right here on the label. I'm going to come in here and score on my folding areas. Okay, fold these in. And then I also want to score here on my tab. Okay, I'm going to take my backing off, and I'm going to fold. And oh, I put my tape on the wrong side. I'm going to take that off, put it over here. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. And I'm going to fold this in, and I'm going to match my edges. Okay, then, oh, I should have done this. This is not a good day. This is not a good Monday for me. I'm just, like I said, I'm very scatterbrained. So you need to come and score the places where your tabs need to fold. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put this back together. Okay, I'm going to take my backing off of each of these tabs. I really like score tape, by the way. I had been using a lot of red line tape, and now I think I'm going to switch over to score tape because it's a much easier to work with. And the sticking power is still just as strong. Okay. Alright, fold this up here. Now I'm going to take my square part and stick it inside. Okay, so there I have my drawer. And then come back here and score again. Now your Big Kick or Vagabond or Cuttlebug, whatever you use, will score these areas for you. But I like to do it again because I like having that extra ability to fold. Okay, and these tabs as well. So then I'm just going to fold this over. Well, let's see. Okay. Don't want to fold that part right there. I'm going to put that part inside. That sounds cool. And once again, I've got my tape on the wrong side. So I'm just going to move it over to the right side. Can't do that with red line tape, can you? Okay, well, let's just get some more. Alright. Put that right on next to that crease right there. And then I need some tape for right here. All right.